Silene was a peaceful city, nestled in a lush valley surrounded by rolling hills and vibrant forests. People sang in the streets, their voices echoing through the cobblestone alleys, filling the air with joy and harmony. Children played in the sun, their laughter a testament to the town's happiness. Then the dragon came. It was huge, casting a dark shadow over Silene. It had scales of steel, glinting menacingly in the sunlight. It breathed fire, scorching everything in its path.
The dragon made its lair near a lake, a once serene spot now tainted by its presence. The lake was Silene's only water source, vital for the town's survival. Fear spread through the city like wildfire, gripping the hearts of every man, woman, and child. No one dared to go near the lake, the once bustling area now eerily silent and deserted. The dragon poisoned the water with its foul breath, turning it into a deadly, toxic brew. The crops withered and died, the fertile land turning barren and lifeless. The people of Silene grew hungry, their once plentiful harvests now just a memory. Their once joyous songs became whispers of fear, the vibrant town now shrouded in dread. They huddled in their homes, afraid to go out, the streets empty and lifeless.
The king called a meeting in his grand hall, his face etched with worry. The elders of Silene gathered, their faces grim. They argued for days, each proposal more desperate than the last. What could they do to appease the monster? They pondered, their minds racing for a solution. They had to find a way to survive, to save their beloved town from the dragon's wrath. An idea emerged, born of desperation. They would offer the dragon a sacrifice. Every day they would offer a sheep. Maybe, just maybe, it would satisfy the beast. For a while it seemed to work. The dragon devoured the sheep. It left the lake alone. People started to hope again.
But the dragon grew greedier. It wanted more than sheep. It wanted something more. Something that would make the people of Silene truly despair.
One day the dragon refused the sheep. It breathed fire into the sky. The people trembled. Their meager hope turned to ashes in their mouths. Their sacrifice had failed.
The king and the elders met again. Their faces were grim, etched with worry and fear. They had to find another solution, something that could save their city from the impending doom. But what else could they offer? Their minds raced, searching for an answer that seemed just out of reach. A terrible idea took root, whispered among the council members, growing darker with each passing moment. They would offer the dragon a human sacrifice, a desperate measure to buy more time. Every day, a name would be drawn from among the citizens, sealing the fate of one unfortunate soul. A life for the city, a horrifying bargain that weighed heavily on their hearts.
Every day, a family would lose a loved one, their cries echoing through the streets. Every day, the city would inch closer to its doom, the walls crumbling under the weight of despair. But it was a sacrifice they felt they had to make, a necessary evil to keep the dragon at bay. The city held its breath, waiting for the next name to be called, the next life to be taken.
The dragon, for now, was appeased, but for how long? The question lingered in the air. The shadow of the beast loomed large over Silene, a constant reminder of the darkness that threatened to consume them all. One day the unthinkable happened. The name drawn belonged to the king's daughter, the princess.
The king was devastated. He loved his daughter dearly.
The princess was young and kind. She had a gentle heart. The people adored her.
Now she was to be offered to the dragon. An old prophecy spoke of a warrior saint clad in shining armor. He would arrive on a white horse. He would slay the dragon and free the people.
People clung to the prophecy. Could it be true? Was there really a glimmer of hope left for them? Or was it just another cruel lie?
On the day of the sacrifice, the princess was led to the lake. People wept openly. The king turned his head, unable to watch.
Suddenly, a cloud of dust appeared on the horizon. A figure emerged. He rode a white horse. He wore shining armor. Could it be?
The figure rode straight towards the dragon. He drew his sword. It gleamed silver in the sunlight. The warrior dismounted. He was tall and strong.
He looked at the princess and spoke. "Fear not," he said.
The warrior charged with unwavering determination. The dragon roared, its fiery breath scorching the air. The earth trembled beneath their feet as if the very ground was reacting to the epic clash. It was a battle unlike any other, a true test of strength, courage, and willpower. The clash of steel and the roar of the dragon echoed through the valley. The warrior fought with unparalleled courage and might, his every move calculated and precise. He knew that the fate of Silene rested on his shoulders. With a powerful swing, he struck the dragon a mighty blow, his sword cutting through scales as tough as iron. The force of the blow reverberated through the battlefield. The dragon roared in pain, a sound so fierce it shook the heavens. Its eyes burned with rage and agony. It breathed fire, a torrent of flames aimed at the warrior, but with agility and skill the warrior dodged, narrowly escaping the inferno.
Finally, with a surge of strength and a heart full of resolve, he plunged his sword deep into the dragon's heart. The beast let out a final deafening roar before collapsing. It let out a death rattle, a sound that marked the end of its reign of terror, and died.
The warrior, St. George, had slain the beast. The people of Silene erupted in cheers, their voices filled with relief and joy. Their beloved princess was safe, and they were finally free from the dragon's tyranny.
St. George, his task done, stood before the people of Silene. His armor gleamed in the sunlight as he prepared to speak. He spoke of courage and faith, of the strength that comes from unity and belief in a higher power. He spoke of a God who loved them, a God who had given him the strength to defeat the dragon and save their land.
Inspired by his bravery and his words, the people listened intently. Their hearts swelled with hope and gratitude. They embraced a new faith, one that promised love, protection, and a brighter future. Silene, forever changed by the events of that day, began to heal. The town rebuilt, its people united in their newfound faith and hope for a peaceful future.